Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to explain to you the 5 basic mathematical operators that Java supports. So if you look at on my screen, I have written down all 5 variables and the symbology that you use. So the first one is addition, which is using plus sign. Second one is subtraction, which is using negative sign. Third one is multiplication, which you can use using asterisk, and division you can use forward slash, and remainder you can use percentage sign. So let's look at it with an example how it all works. So if I create a couple of variables and then we can perform all of these mathematical operation on those two variables, and then we will store and print out the value of the end result so we can see how it all works. So let me create two variables. Let's call one tables, and let me assign some random value. In this case it's 6, and another variable, let's say chairs, and call it 4. And we need a variable to store the end result, so I'm gonna call it a variable called total. And let's do the addition. So it will be basically tables plus chairs, and whatever the return value will be, it will be stored in variable called total. Let's get the spelling right. So to find out what is stored in total, let's print it out using standard method system.out.println, and because it's addition, let's call it addition, and then print out this variable. So if I execute this program now, you will see that it will print 6 plus 4 equals 10, and as expected it is 10. Because we have chosen variable type double, it added the decimal point and 0 after. You don't need to worry about it right now. I will come back to you on why I have chosen type double, so just bear with me until then. Let's use the similar example for subtraction. So we can just copy paste. Because the variable total is already declared, we don't need to redeclare it again, we can just reuse it. And let's change the symbol to negative and call it subtraction. And if we execute it again, you will see that 6 minus 4 equals 2, so that is correct as well. Let's use multiplication, so let's call it multiply and change it to star instead. And if we execute it now, it will be 6 times 4, which is 24, so that is correct as well. Let's use division. So if we divide tables by chair, and these will be division, answer will be 6 by 4, which is 1.5, I think, roughly. Yep, as we expected, it's 1.5. Now let me come back to the point why I chose double. So because we know that when we divide a value, the answer could be in fraction. So if we, let's say if we have chosen integer, because integer can't hold the fractional values, it will round it down or round it up to the closest match. So in our case, because it's 1.5, it will round it down to 1. If it would have been 1.6, it might round it up to 2. So basically, if you choose a wrong type of variable, you might not get the correct answer, but from a programming point of view, it's a correct answer because you chose to store that value only as integer, so it will store it as integer. If you don't believe me, let me try it and you will see what I mean. So if I execute that now, you will see the answer is supposed to be 1.5, but the division answer is only 1. So from mathematical point of view it's wrong, but from programming point of view it is doing what you ask program to do. So it is your responsibility as user to choose the right type of variable, which I will keep reminding you during every programming sessions. So there you go. If we use double, and then you get the actual answer, which is 1.5. Now remainder is basically once you divide a value with some other value, and whatever is the leftover is called remainder. So let's see. So if you, let's think about it. So if you divide 6 by 4, basically you can only use 4 one time, and that means if you subtract 6 minus 4, you will have 2 left over. And when we use the remainder, which is using percentage sign, you will see that the answer will be 2, which is basically leftover value, and as expected it is 2. So let's try another value, let's say 7. So basically now 3 will be left over. So if I run it again, and it will be 3. And if you divide 4, let's say 8 by 4, basically you can take 4 twice and then it will be 8, so remainder should be nothing, and as expected it's a 0. So if you still don't understand, please look at some mathematics tutorial for division and you will see what I mean by remainder. But there you go guys, we pretty much covered all 5 basic mathematics functions that Java supports. It's basically using the right symbology between variables and it will do the right thing. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe if you would like to have an update for my next tutorials. See you till then.